All right, what is going on, everybody? The sports expert is back as we are going to be streaming again the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Guardians. We will be calling the series finale as the Guardians look to get their first sweep of the year against a poor Chicago White Sox team. So hopefully we have a decent crowd today. It's 1:10, so it might be a bit busy. I don't know. I mean, some people might come in and be like, hey, I need something to listen to on the way to work. So that would be cool. Or at work. What's going on, Kevin? What's going on, Daniel Barry? I know Daniel Barry's message was at 12:23, but still, what's going on? Appreciate you guys being here. What's going on, Daniel? There he is. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, the ending was crazy. The White Sox, Mike Tauchman pulled a hammy or something. But we'll get the lineups out. Mike Tauchman has already put on the IL. Unsurprising. So for the lineups today for the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Guardians, the pitching matchup, it'll be Jonathan Cannon versus Gavin Williams. Jonathan Cannon is 0-1 with a 3.12 ERA and 8 strikeouts. And Gavin Williams is 0-0 with a 4.5 ERA and 7 strikeouts. For the White Sox, it'll be Nick Maton DHing, Andrew Vaughn at first, Miguel Vargas at third, Matt Thaiss at catcher, Austin Slater in right, Lenine Souza at second, Brooks Baldwin in left, Michael Taylor in center, and Jacob Amaya at short. Cavs Pacers should be good, yeah. That'd be an interesting series. Pacers can be tough. And for the Guardians, it'll be Steven Kwan in left, Jose Ramirez at third, Carlos Santana at DH, Kyle Manzardo at first, Nolan Jones in center, John Kenzie Noel in right, Bo Naylor at catcher, Daniel Schneemann at second, and Brian Rocchio at short. So those are the lineups for this afternoon's game. So as we are about to kick off. Okay, so Gavin Williams on the mound.
For his first win at home since September 17, 2023. All 7 starts at home last year, so he has an opportunity now to start.
Gavin Williams did not win a home start last year. They lost in all 7 games he started at home. So let's see what he can do today. The new year, hopefully.
First base of the 2-hole, Miguel Vargas at behind Matt Thaiss will do the catching and hitting. Austin Slater is in right field batting 5th. Sosa 6th. The switcher batting 7th. Michael Taylor in center field. They take Jacob Amaya, the shortstop, batting 9th. And defensively for the Guardians looks like this. The outfield will be Quan and left. Jones in center.
So just waiting. Hopefully we get some more people here. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Maybe, Kevin. We'll see.
The balls and strikes here this afternoon. CB Buckner down at first base. Scott Berry.
CB Buckner doing the game today. Dan Iasonia at home. He was at first base yesterday. Scott Berry at second and Adam Beck at third. I don't think we got Buckner at home in this series. Like I said, another game where there's absolutely nobody there. It's not insanely warm. It's 110 on Wednesday. Yeah, it's kind of crummy out. So here's the first pitch from Williams to Maton. It's a fastball fouled back, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Williams to Maton. Here's the pitch. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2, just a bit outside, but Ayesanya calls it. So it'll be an 0-2 from Gavin Williams to Nick Maton, the leadoff hitter for the White Sox. What's going on, Brandon? Here's the 0-2 offering.
2 strikes. And the 1 the pitch to Nick Maton.
Down low. Counts now 1-2.
Keep the ball down. His last start, everything seemed to be upstrokes. Fastball, breaking ball. Band wasn't there. He's falling behind in counts. He's ahead to count right now. He only made it through 3 innings against the Angels at Anaheim.
Here's the 1-2 to Maton. The swing and a blooper. It's going to get down. It's going to be a base hit. Yikes. Come on, Gavin. If he can't. Dude. Guys still have Shane Bieber. Yeah, we do. He's not going to come back until like June or July, though. Man, Gavin Williams has been so disappointing.
Gets enough of it and placed it perfectly. Look at that. The triangle didn't work out. Start off a base hit.
Here's the first pitch from Williams to Vaughn. A base hit already. That pitch is inside, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Williams to Vaughn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1. Sports Expert 1-1 looks like Max Beatty. I heard about that guy. He's from my city. Good content creator. Nothing crazy. Appreciate it, Noak. Here's the 1-1 to Vaughn. Fouled back, and the count is 1-2.
He's not a bad breaking ball hitter. If you make a good breaking ball pitch, you can get him to swing and miss. Don't help him out sometimes.
Here's the 1-2 to Andrew Vaughn. And a pickoff attempt, and he is just safe. That was close. Maton at first.
Maton thrown out. It's only time trying to steal so far this year.
Here's the 1-2 from Williams to Vaughn. Berrettini L. He lost. It's a grounder to Williams, and he'll throw it to first for the first out of the inning. Maton will advance to second, and there will be a runner on second with 1 down.
The White Sox so far through the first 11 games, they've been able to score better. They're not scoring their 17-9 but partly because
Yeah, he lost to Massetti. Massetti's good on clay, though. Coming up to the plate will be Miguel Vargas. Medvedev sucks on clay, though. He sucks overall. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs 1-0. Tsitsipas beat Borges 6-1, 6-1. Yeah, this is just his tournament. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-0.
Both these teams collectively at the start of the season are not hitting very well.
It'll be a 2-0 from Williams to Vargas. Wouldn't shock me if he won. Tsitsipas is going to be in the running, though, but he can't beat Monkey. Here's the 2-0 to Vargas. And another pickoff attempt as Maton slides in safely at second. Yeah, I know, Kevin. Near Memorial Day weekend. It should be fun. We'll probably be like 10 games behind you, but I'm just kidding. I don't know. Here's the 2-0 to Vargas. It's a swing and a miss at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, 2-1.
Well, that would be upsetting. You think you get a hit off one of the best players in baseball, right? And then all of a sudden your base runner blows a hamstring and he's thrown out of the plate, or they had the chance to win the game because they're going to kill the inning.
Here's the 2-1. Here's the pitch.
He's going to get opportunities. 2-1 pitch.
Pitches looked like a strike, called a ball, 3-1. Oh, you need to get Kenny calling. Yeah, we did a couple last year. We'll do more this year too. Noak, if you're still here, how was the Minecraft movie? Here's the 3. I don't know if you said anything in the chat. If you did, I didn't check. Here's the pitch. Fouled back and the count is full, 3-2. Here's the payoff to Vargas. It's a swing and a miss. I mean, not a miss. Foul back, and the count stays full. Sorry about that.
White Sox catcher waiting on deck.
Here's the payoff to Vargas.
Once again, the 3-2 offer.
Strike 3. Got him looking. Good pitch by Gavin Williams, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
He stayed with it. Do a nice pitch there. This is his first strikeout. It's a breaking ball. They wanted it. Well, he stayed, kept it on the inside part of the plate. There you go. You get that call. Now here is Matt Thaiss.
Here's Matt Thaiss at the plate. Just swing and a miss at a fastball, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Gavin Williams to Matt Thaiss. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss again, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 from Williams to Thaiss.
Trying to make quick work with Thaiss.
Here's the pitch. And a timeout. It'll be an 0-2 to Thaiss. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering from Gavin Williams to Matt Thaiss. Runner on second, 2 down. Down low, it's going to be a wild pitch. Nick Maton's going to advance to third. 2-2. With the MLB, with bigger bases on first. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
2 fastballs by him.
Here's the 2-2 from Williams to Thaiss. Just a bit high. The count's now full, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled back again.
Yeah, you get a guy down at that 0-2. You'd like to put him away. Now he's had to work.
Here's the 3-2 from Gavin Williams to Matt Thaiss.
6 pitches, 7 now.
Here's the pitch. Another foul ball.
You mentioned it, almost 30 pitches in the game. And so what does that do? Drives up the pitch count.
White Sox have been fouling off a lot of pitches this year. We just said it on the broadcast. They've been killing pitchers with that. Here's the payoff again.
Here's the 3-2 again.
And that's going to score a run on a wild pitch. What a disappointing start to the season for Gavin Williams. He couldn't just throw the fastball? Come on. Yikes. He might not even be a top 3 pitcher in the rotation. Oh well. 1-0 Chicago. Might be time to think about Gavin Williams and whether he's even a long-term solution in Cleveland. This is ridiculous. Here's the pitch to Austin Slater. In there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Williams to Slater. And Tice is going to be picked off. So that'll be the end of the first inning. I mean, the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. White Sox lead 1-0, and Gavin Williams' shitty pitching continues. So, send to Columbus. We don't have any other options in Columbus. That's the issue, Kevin. If we did, then maybe. Like, this guy had plus stuff coming out, top 10 prospect, and he's been nothing but just mediocre at best ever since coming to the majors. I mean, yikes, dude. Missing Wyatt Langford for a bit isn't a big deal. There you go. I mean, the Rangers should win the World Series this year. I'd be shocked. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe they will. But, yeah. Kevin Pillar. Kevin Pillar is mid. See if we can put on the Masters. Jonathan Cannon now pitching. We were back from commercial break. I know Colt, Keith, and Wright have been playing. Yeah, but I mean, the problem with us is our pitching. Our pitching isn't any good, which sucks. Here's the pitch to Quan. Upstairs, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. It's going to be a base hit for Quan. So runner in first, nobody out for the Guardians. Things will change in Arlington. Yeah. I think they already are changing with the way you guys are playing. Here's Jose Ramirez at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much. And he popped him up. That'll be the first out of the inning. Coming up to the plate is Carlos Santana, I believe. The DH. Don't even need to say anything when that happens. When a pop-up happens, it's an automatic out. Don't even have to watch the play. Don't know why. Here's Carlos Santana at the plate. Here's the pitch. And the pickoff attempt. Juan slides in safely at first. Here's the first offering from Cannon to Santana. In there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Jonathan Cannon to Carlos Santana. Here's the 0-1 offering. It's a pop-up. That'll be the second out. Nope, it's foul. 1-2. Oh, I mean, just went foul. Here's the 0-2. It's a foul ball. Count stays 0-2. MLB has banned Zach Campbell from attending games for the rest of the season. Let's go. Here's the 0-2 to Santana inside 1-2. Good, that's some good news. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. That'll be the second out of the game. Yeah, Kevin. He was on Twitter just now. Here's the pitch. Manzardo hit the air. Dead right field. It is gone. Kyle Manzardo on the crap. I may have just tore my oblique trying to call that Manzardo home run. Frick. That'll be 2-1 Guardians. Oh no. Shoot. Oh well, 2-1 Guardians. Kyle Manzardo home run. I think I tore my oblique or something while calling that home run. Oh, appreciate it, Crom. Swinging a miss by Jones, 0-1. Let's go, Eagle. What's going on? I'm not giving up on Gavin Williams, but it'd be wrong to say if he was doing good. I mean, he's been disappointing. Here's the 0-1 to Jones upstairs, 1-1. I think I tore my oblique calling that home run. Oh my god. I heard it. Al Manzardo. Yes, sir, Joy. Al Manzardo got me going crazy. That was absolutely crushed. That was a no-doubter on the first pitch of the at-bat, and he was due for another big hit. Here's the 1-1 to Jones. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That'll be the third out of the inning. He swings and misses. We'll head to the top of the second as Manzardo gives the Guardians the lead. That'll be enshrined into the Sports Expert Hall of Fame, calling Kyle Manzardo's home run and tearing his oblique or whatever. That's crazy. But I appreciate everyone sticking around still. Hit that like button. So for the White Sox coming up to the plate, it'll be Lenine Souza, Brooks Baldwin, and Michael Taylor. I'm not a big fan of him, Kevin. He's a bum. Here's the pitch. That is a good breaking ball for strike one to Souza. Here's the 0-1 to Slater. Down low, 1-1. Yeah, that guy. Sacco's legitimate pastor Cavs. He bashed my Cavs once. I don't think he bashed. He actually praised them not too long ago, so I respect him again. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Runner on first, nobody out. And Gavin Williams continues to suck. Yeah, I saw that, Kevin. That was pretty piss poor behavior. Here's Lenine Souza at the plate. Okay, Austin Slater was actually up. I forgot about the pickoff. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Lenine Souza. Appreciate the 5 likes. Inside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Gavin Williams to Lenine Souza. Here's the pitch. In a pickoff attempt, Slater slides in safely. Here's the 1-1 to from Williams to Souza. Inside again, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Foul back, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering to Souza. The swing and a grounder off Williams. Are they going to get an out? Don't know. No. It's going to be another hit with the White Sox. Brian Rocchio with a terrible throw. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Sox are, yeah, they're bad, ancient. Like 3, exactly. Gavin Williams isn't any better, though. Yeah, for the rest of the season, Karam. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-0 to Brooks Baldwin. Here's the 1-0 to Baldwin. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Gavin Williams to Brooks Baldwin. Here's the pitch. And a pick off, and we'll have a timeout, not a pickoff. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Brooks Baldwin. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging on a good breaking ball. That'll be the first out of the inning. How the hell is Brooks Baldwin in the majors? That guy sucks. He has sucked. Like, yeah, it's like an automatic strikeout. Like, what are we doing here? Where did he come from? He was a 12th round pick in 2022 out of NC State. Or at UNC Wilmington. Here's the pitch to Michael Taylor. Inside, 1-0. Why is that ridiculous? Zach Hampel's a jerk. Zach Hampel, dude, did you not see what he did, Karam? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Taylor. Pitches in there for a strike, 1-2. No, he interfered with the game. There'll be a 1-2 from Gavin Williams to Michael Taylor. Check Twitter DM, Karam. Here's the 1-2 to Taylor. Down low, 2-2. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive. It's going to be caught by Quan. That'll be the second out of the inning. So runners on first and second, 2 down. Scotty Scheffler and Colin Morikawa, Justin Rose, and Tyrell Hatton are leading the Masters, 3 under. Yeah, Colin Morikawa loves Augusta National. Can he finally get his first? Here's the pitch to Jacob Amaya. Upstairs, 1-0. Here's the pitch. My top 5 in no order for the Masters. It's DeChambeau, Scheffler, Morikawa, Neiman, and who else? Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. And I'll go Corey Connors. Why not? That'll be my top 5 for the Masters this year. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Info, yeah. It'll be a 1-2 from Williams to Amaya. Would be a big out here. Here's the pitch. It's a pop-up into right center. Under it is the center fielder, Jones, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. As Amaya is retired, Gavin Williams gets out of it. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. As the Guardians retain a 2-1 lead. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much. We are close to 4,500 subscribers. We are 10 away from 4,500. You see in the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Cody caught the ball. That was a homer. Like in the show or in real life? What do I call an alligator that is wearing a vest? I don't know. What do you call it? At a Red Sox game. Oh, on the show, yeah. As an investigator. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that one. We were back from commercial break. Here's the pitch to Noel. Outside 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering. It's a grounder to Amaya to first. That'll be the 1st out of the inning as he's retired. Yeah, Manzardo is a stud, man. Mr. Mosby, yeah. Coming up to the plate for the Guardians, it'll be Bo Naylor. Here's the first pitch to Naylor from Cannon. And something happened with Jonathan Gannon. It's going to be a pitch clock violation, I think. That was weird. So it'll be a 1-0 to Naylor. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air. Deep right center field. It's just caught by Robert at the warning track. And that'll be the second out of the inning. That was absolutely smoked and just fell short of a bomb. Hotter weather, and that's a no doubter, dude. Oh, my goodness. So Naylor is retired. Here's Schneemann at the plate. Takes a ball inside 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Schneemann. It's a pop-up. That'll be the third out of the inning. Or is it? Yeah. It's caught by Amaya. Really good defensive inning there for Jacob Amaya. We'll head to the top of the third. It's the only reason why he's still on the team, because he can play hella good defense. So. I heard he did, Ryan. He did. How's it going? Appreciate you joining the stream. For the White Sox, it'll be Maton, Vaughn, and Vargas. So the top of the lineup again. So pretty good. That's good to hear. So down goes Anderson. That'll never get old. Yeah. Down goes Anderson. So. We're back from commercial break. It'll be Nick Maton at the plate. Here's the pitch from Williams to Maton. I did not stream that game. No. That pitch is low, ball 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Williams to Maton. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-0. Here's the 2-0 to Maton. It's a ground ball foul, 2-1. There's the 2-1 to Maton. Swinging a foul, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Outside 3-2. Here's the payoff from Williams to Maton. Swing and a miss. That a good breaking ball. That'll be the first out of the inning as Maton is retired. Yeah, he was with the Tigers, Nick Maton. Andrew Vaughn coming up to the plate. It's the Masters. Here's the pitch. Wow, that was well inside. Almost hit him. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Inside again, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 to Vaughn. Swing and a miss, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 from Gavin Williams to Andrew Vaughn. Here's the 2-1 offering. It's a foul ball, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering from Williams to Andrew Vaughn. Here's the pitch. What's going on, Jared? Appreciate you joining. Down low, counts full again, 3-2. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. And he throws the first nailer. That'll be the second out of the inning. Another strikeout for Gavin Williams. Here's the pitch. That pitch is outside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Vargas. Hit in the air. It's deep, but not deep enough. That is caught by Jones. That'll be the third out of the inning as Vargas is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Just got in the game on too. Nice. Yeah, I saw that, Kevin. Good for Kent State. Ohio State baseball is terrible. I don't even pay attention to that, really. I don't really pay attention to college baseball until the College World Series, to be honest with you. I don't really care. A lot of people just watch college baseball as a cope because their basketball and football teams suck. Like Tennessee fans, they're not winning natties in basketball and football, so they watch baseball as a cope. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. Even though nobody cares about college baseball until the College World Series. January, February, Bud, April. Yeah, Michigan State baseball, not good. Yeah, Ohio State's 0-12 on the road, and I think they're 8-21. I mean, they're stinky, bro. Michigan State's actually not that terrible. 17-14. We're so bad. Let's check the Big Ten standings for baseball. We were back from commercial break. Yeah, that's not good. It's funny because we have a win against Oregon and they're 15th in the country. And that's going to be a line drive. Fair for Rocchio down the right field line. And that's going to be a leadoff double for the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. There we go. So runner on second, nobody out. Yeah, that is crazy. Ohio State's is last in baseball standings. They're dead last. Like nobody even. The second worst team is Minnesota at 13-7. We're 8-21. Like we're so ass. The problem is our coach left in the offseason for like an assistant job, and we had nobody to. We had to like search like really quickly. And that is crushed by Quan. Deep right field. It is gone. Home run, Stephen Quan. And it is 4-1 Cleveland. There we go. 2 balls absolutely clobbered by the Guardians from Manzardo and now Quan. Let's go. Yeah, we lost baseball. Yeah, that's crazy, Kevin. Wow, that ball was crushed. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Down low, 1-0. So it'll be a 1-0 from Cannon to Jose. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. That is popped in the air. Incoming is Robert. He'll try to make the play. He does. Not Robert. Taylor. Gosh. That'll be the first out of the inning. I forgot Robert isn't in the lineup today. I saw that, Jared. Yeah. Home run dance. Here's the pitch to Santana way outside. 1-0. We have to extend Quan, man. Have to extend him. Bro, Painter's in shambles, dude. That is fouled back 1-1. Holy cow. I got some raging college football news. Yikes. It'll be a 1-1. Here's the pitch. Inside 2-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-1. Tennessee quarterback Nico Amalieva might be hitting the portal. Here's the pitch to Santana. Upstairs, ball 4. So run around first, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Manzardo from Cannon. There might be a mound visit right here. So wait, but that was crushed by Quan. Still pumped about that. I know, Kevin. Here's the first pitch from Jonathan Cannon to Kyle Manzardo. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. It's playable. Under it. Taylor makes the play. 2 down. Santana will remain at first. Coming up to the plate will be Nolan Jones, the number 5 hitter. Hopefully Lane Thomas is okay. Here's the first in a pickoff attempt. Santana safe at first. What do they think Santana's going to steal for? Terrence Arsenault hitting the board. Wow. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. That pitch is high ball 1-1-1. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs 2-1. Better beat Michigan this year. If you guys. Ryan Day's not getting fired. He just won a national championship. What? I don't think they care if they beat Michigan or not at this point. Here's the pitch. That is skied in the air. It's in foul ground. Is it playable? No. Miscommunication, and it falls foul. 2-2. What's going on, Asia? How are we doing? Appreciate you joining. If you guys are not, please hit the like button. Asia, you almost won the Amir Shah giveaway yesterday. You were like top 10. I was top 7. What a burner. Yeah. Harry. He's been playing for how long? And they think he's going to steal? Inside 3-2 to Jones. The payoff is fouled back. Count will stay full. It's okay, Asia. Yeah, it was at 11 o'clock last night. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. That'll be the third out of the inning, and we'll head to the top of the fourth as the Guardians take a 4-1 lead on over the Chicago White Sox. Yeah, it is empty. It's cold. It's a day game, 1:10, people working. Yeah. Might be more empty than yesterday. Yeah, he lit him up for 45. Good for him. Screw Nico Harrison, bum. B-U-M, what's that spell? Bum. Nico Harrison. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Zach Campbell has not been banned. It was a troll. Are you kidding me? It was a troll. It looked believable. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Well, for real, they need to ban him now. Fire Nico when he was there. Yeah. I saw the tribute video. Yeah, Josh Chisholm, he's all bark, no bite. Swinging a foul by Thice 0-1. I thought he actually got banned. Oh my gosh. Here's the 0-1 to Thice. Here's the bitch. Reach over the wall. Yeah. Down low, 1-1. But I just want him banned because he sucks. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a foul, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Matt Thice. Here's the pitch. Yeah. Did he go? No. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. That'll be the first out of the inning. As Thice is retired. Good pitch by Gavin. Christopher Morel. Coming up to the plate will be Lenine Souza. Here's the first pitch from Williams to Souza. Swing and a miss, 0-1. I mean, Slater. Oh my gosh, I keep getting them mixed up. It'll be an 0-1 Austin Slater. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. What's going on? My profile picture is me across the tan. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Nice. Here's the 2-2. I don't care if it's not a strike, Jared. It's going to be a grounder to Rocchio to first. That'll be the second out of the inning. Good play by Brian Rocchio. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Souza. Outside, 2-1. Yankees are poop. These umps are poop. We got a rivalry in the chat, maybe. Here's the 2-1 from Williams to Souza. Swing and a foul, 2-2. Is it playable? No. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a. That might be playable. And yes, Manzardo under it for the third out of the inning. Good job at Gavin Williams to get out of that inning clean. 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth as the Guardians have a 4-1 lead. Gavin Williams. Your team any better? Oh my gosh. Hit that like button if you guys are not. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Would appreciate it very much. We have 10 likes. We've got our first goal. Hopefully we can get to 20 likes at some point during the stream. So for the Guardians, coming up to the plate, it'll be Noel, Naylor, and Schneemann. They're much better than if the money per win was a stat. 100%. 100%. So, yeah. Here's the pitch to Noel inside 1-0. Pitch is in there for a strike. It'll be a 1-1 to Noel. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, 1-2. It's a line drive. It's going to be a base hit for Big Christmas. So runner on first, nobody out. Good piece of hitting there. You hit a ball down low. Yankees are awesome. I still call them boom go guards. Yeah. Sure. Here's the pitch to Bo Naylor. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Noel scares you? Yeah, he has good pop. It'll be an 0-1. Down low. Here's the pitch inside. Pitch. It's a foul ball, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Cannon to Naylor. It's a foul back. Count stays 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Gonna pick off attempt. Noel slides in safely at first. Here's the pitch, upstairs 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Outside ball, 4 runners on first and second. Nobody out for the Guardians. Yeah, the Braves aren't doing very good. Scares me home the Tiger Killer because every time. Yeah. And Kerry Carpenter's the guards killer. So. Here's Daniel Schneemann at the plate. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, and it's foul. 0-1. Mets fans are for sure loving it. How about Fred Couples breaking par of the Masters at 65 years old? They were talking about how he always plays well at the Masters, and that is correct, mundo. Here's the pitch. It's another bunt, and it's foul again. Come on, Schnee. So it'll be 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Schneemann. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Daniel Schneemann. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Schneemann. It's a grounder. And it's going to be an error by Lenin Souza. He couldn't corral it, and it's going to be bases loaded, nobody out. Good work. The Bills will pay themselves. See you, Kevin. I appreciate you joining and hanging out for an hour. Really do. Had a great time? Yeah, for sure. He booted the ball. Yeah. Lenin Souza, he owned us last year, but he's been terrible this year against us, except for like one hit. Wow. That is shocking. Man, the Chicago White Sox. Swing and a miss by Rocchio, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a line drive caught. You got to be kidding me. It's going to be the first out of the inning. Nobody will score. What a... I mean, that was a well-hit ball by Rocchio, and he just hit it in the wrong spot. What's going on, Saeed? Go Blue and go White Sox. Go none of those teams. Here's the pitch. Juan fouls it back. Here's the 1-1 to Quan. It's going to be a line drive base hit. That's going to score a run, and that'll keep the bases loaded. So bases loaded, one down. Quan with an RBI single to right field, left field. There we go. Clap those hands. Hit that subscribe button for you to the channel, guys. We're about 10 away from 4,800, getting closer to 5K. Grand Slam. Lane Thomas, he's hurt right now. Here's Jose Ramirez at the plate with bases loaded. He can break this one open. And Matt pitches inside for a strike, 0-1. He can blow this one open with a big hit right here. Here's the 0-1 to Ramirez. It's a foul ball. Did Matt Thaiss get hit with this bat? And it's 0-2. Yeah. It'll be an 0-2 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Yeah, he did kill us, especially Trevor Bauer. It's a foul ball. Count stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Ramirez. It's a foul ball. Once again, it'll be a 1-2 to Ramirez. We'll do it again. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-2. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. That'll be the second out of the inning. Jose Ramirez is struggling big time in this series. So 2 down. Coming up to the plate will be Carlos Santana. Here's Santana at the plate. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Santana. Outside 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs in there for a strike, though. 2-1. Foul ball. 2-2. So it'll be a 2-2 from Jonathan Cannon to Carlos Santana. Some alpha male Wyndham Clark. Here's the 2-2 to Santana. Inside 3-2. Here's the 3-2. It's going to be a grounder. It's going to be the third out of the inning. Piss poor hitting by the Guardians. They had a lot of chances in that inning, and they only get 1 run. So we'll head to the top of the 5th. Been a pretty shitty day at the plate for Carlos Santana. Well, I guess he did have the walk. I forgot about that. But we'll head to the top of the 5th. The Guardians have a 3-1 lead. We're just waiting for the top of the 5th to begin. For the Chicago White Sox, it'll be... I don't know who's hitting for the White Sox, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be Baldwin, Taylor, and Amaya at the bottom of the order. We are back from commercial break, everybody. Here's the first pitch to Baldwin. That pitch is, I don't know. It's a ball, yeah. It'll be a 1-0 to Baldwin. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball foul. It'll be a 1-1 from Gavin Williams to Brooks Baldwin. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 from Williams to Baldwin. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a grounder to Manzardo. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning as Baldwin is retired. It'll be Michael Taylor now. Down low. The count is 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Outside 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 from Gavin Williams to Michael Taylor. Here's the 2-0 offering. Did he go? He did. 2-1. Joey Dell with a 2 home run inning. Dang. The Angels might be something. That lineup is fun. You know, he's a big home run guy, Adele. Here's the pitch. Taylor swinging a miss, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Down low, count's now full, 3-2. Good take by Michael Taylor. Here's the pitch. It's ball 4. What a take by Taylor. That's good baseball by Michael Taylor. 2 great pitches, and he just took them like a champ. I mean, most guys swing at that. He didn't. That's generational high right there. Coming up to the plate will be Jacob Amaya. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. Wow, Caden Samuels hitting the portal for UConn. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. What's going on, Matthew? Appreciate you joining. You're an Amazon driver to help me with work. Yeah, appreciate it, man. I appreciate everyone listening from everywhere. It'll be a 1-2 to Amaya. Here's the pitch. God, I'm looking at a breaking ball. That'll be the second out of the inning, as Amaya is retired. Coming up to the plate will be Nick Maton. Here's the pitch to Maton. Down low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Maton. Outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Did he go? No. Full count, 3-2. What's up with our pitchers not being able to finish 5 innings? Got him looking! That'll be the third out of the inning. As Maton is retired. What a pitch by Williams. That'll do it for him. 1 run of 5 innings of 1-run ball. How many strikeouts is that now for G. Williams? Let's check. It's now 7 Ks. There we go. Steven GX Kwan. Strawberry Field. It's gone, isn't it? Most likely. But you know what? Maybe not. They might stay in Tropicana because the owner's cheap. So. Off take for the Rangers. There we go. Tyler Soderstrom has 6 home runs to lead the MLB. Wow. Soderstrom's another example of a guy you got to give time. Like, he struggled really badly to start his career, but he's really gotten it going, and now he's emerged as a top face in that lineup for the A's. Here's the pitch to Manzardo in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Manzardo. It's a line drive foul, 0-2. So it'll be an 0-2 from to Manzardo. Here's the pitch. The fly ball into center, not deep, caught by Taylor, and that'll be the first out of the inning as Manzardo is retired. Coming up to the plate for the Guardians, it'll be Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball into for a strike, 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's a foul back, 1-2. What are you talking about? That lineup's crazy. Yeah, they got a nice lineup, though. And Nolan Jones strikes out looking at a pitch that may have been outside, but that'll be the second out of the inning. That pitch is down low, 1-0 to Big Christmas. He is solid, O'Hoppy. They have Darno, too. Here's the pitch. Inside 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 to John Kenzie Noel. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder, foul. To pop up, that'll be the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the sixth. Like I said, I don't commentate pop-ups. They're automatic outs. So we'll head to the top of the sixth. Guardians will have a new pitcher more than likely. It'll be Andrew Vaughn, Miguel Vargas, and Matt Bice coming up. I'm telling you, those follows ain't just for shits and giggles. Like, she followed Heckle and Sarah. They ain't just following just to fucking follow. You know what I'm saying, bro? What's going on, Jacob? How we doing? Appreciate you joining. I'm doing all right, Jacob. So Hunter, is that no? That's Jacob Junis coming in to pitch for the Guardians. It's a foul ball, and the count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball, deep center field. Under it is Jones. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning as Vaughn is retired. Gavin did good. He had a bad first couple innings, but he really settled in. Yeah, I saw that. Mitchell out, of course, because of the ankle still. Here's the pitch to Vargas. That's a foul ball, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Junis to Vargas. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 from here's the pitch. Swung and a miss. That'll be the second out of the inning. As Vargas is retired. Coming up to the plate for the Chicago White Sox, it'll be the number 4 hitter, cleanup hitter, Matt Thaiss. I have no idea why Matt Thaiss is in cleanup in the MLB. Yeah, I mean, that's got a lot of upside. Did Thaiss go? He did, 0-1. Evaldi, DeGrom, and Malley. Generational talent. Chris Antonetti better. Sorry, Grom. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. Here's the pitch. He jammed him. That's going to be in the center field. Caught by Jones. That'll be the third out of the inning. Good inning for Jacob Junis. He'll head to the bottom of the 6th as the Guardians keep a 5-1 lead. So, yeah. Already clinched the first seed. Yeah, I know. I agree. We're like 10-point underdogs, Jacob, so I'm not too worried about that either. So, yeah. My voice keeps cracking. I'm talking so quick. Here's the pitch to Naylor. Foul back, 0-1. Losing the playoffs, I'll be worried. Yeah. And Bo Naylor's going to try to show bunt. And that's going to be a base hit for Bo Naylor. That's going to be a nice bunt single for Bo. Caught Jonathan Cannon off guard. Do you think the White Sox will score another or just stick at one until the end of the game? I think they'll score maybe one more in like the 8th inning or something like that, maybe. Like just a run where the Guardians are up a few runs, something like that, maybe. You're going to fight Dashi over sports takes? I don't know about that, girl. Here's the pitch from Cannon to Schneemann. Why, does he talk crap on the Rangers? Inside 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Schneemann. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder foul. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-1. And on a pickoff attempt, the ball gets away, and Bo Naylor will take second base. Wow. What in the world is going on with the White Sox? Yeah, the Rangers are better. You're not right about my Thunder for baseball. I mean, basketball. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning as Schneemann retired, and it should probably be his last game before he gets sent back down. Coming up to the plate for the Guardians, it's going to be Brian Rocchio. And we rest Allen too. I wouldn't rest Allen. No, you need some guys to stay in rhythm. Maybe he can do him. Maybe you can rest the next game and maybe put Garland in there. I don't know. Got a swung on and missed by Rocchio 0-1. I mean, Jared Allen's played every game this year. I think I think his goal is to play all 82 games. I mean, he's been really healthy the last 2 years, which has been huge. And it's a balk on Jonathan Cannon. Bo Naylor's going to take third base. What a mess. White Sox are smelly. We do play the Knicks tomorrow night. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-1. Inside 2-1. And that pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. It's a foul ball. Counts 2-2. Inside, counts full, 3-2. So, Mark Daignault, he does keep it real. Mark Daignault, the coach at this point. What about the Cavs? Here's the payoff. And it's fouled back by Rocchio. Cannon's now at 100 pitches. Trying to get a lot of length out of him. Yeah, you guys do. Yeah. It's a foul back. Counts full. It's a walk, ball 4. So runners on first and third, 1 down. Coming up will be Stephen Kwan. Yeah, JV Bickerstaff sucked. And we'll have a pitching change. So we'll have a few minutes of a break. Gennardine. Young dreams. So we just wait and wait and wait. As we're streaming this game. So, hope you guys are doing well. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Liking the video helps us in the algorithm. We're still at 12 likes. We're 8 away from our goal 20. So, yeah. The new pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, it'll be Bryce Wilson. He has 1.69 ERA in the season in 5 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, an opponent average of 250, 3 walks, a 0-0 record. That's going to be a bunt for Kwan. He's going to bunt. It's going to be a safety squeeze attempt, and it's going to be a base hit. It's going to be an RBI bunt single by Stephen Kwan, and it's going to be 6-1 Guardians. Let's go. I did not figure out yet. I'm probably not going to the one. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on. I mean, it's going to be probably some time. Here's the pitch to Ramirez in their first strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1. The fly ball. Deep, but not deep enough. It's going to be caught by Slater, and tagging from second is going to be Rocchio. So runners on the corners, 2 down. Jose Ramirez, come on. Coming up to the plate will be Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. The 0-1. Juan takes off, and they got Rocchio picked off. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. That's terrible from Rocchio. If you're going to run, you got to run. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Guardians at 6-1. What was Rocchio doing? I have no idea. None at all. So Cleveland stands their lead. They do extend their lead. That's good. All right. See who comes in a pitch for Cleveland. It's still Jacob Junis. He's the long reliever. And that pitch is swung on and missed by Austin Slater. It is 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 from Junis to Slater. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder foul. Count stays 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. It's a fly ball into right field. Under it is Big Christmas. He makes the play for the first out of the inning as Slater is retired. Coming up to the plate will be Lenine Souza. Pitches in there for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Lenine Souza. It's a fly ball skied into left center. Kwan under it. He makes the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up for the White Sox, it'll be Brooks Baldwin, the number 7 hitter. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. In there for a strike again, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Baldwin. Down low, 1-2. Justin Rose is up 2 shots at the Masters. He did well at the Masters a couple years ago, I think, too. That pitch is low, ball 2, 2-2. That's a line drive caught by Kyle Manzardo. That'll be the third out of the inning as Baldwin is robbed of extra bases and he is retired. Split to the bottom of the 7th. Coming up for the Guardians, it'll be Santana, Manzardo, and Jones. So, appreciate the 7 people. Let's see what our like total is. Still at 12. I think everybody that's watching is pretty much at the like button. So, why we aren't getting any more likes right now. We are back from commercial break. Here's the pitch to Santana. It's a swing and a miss, big swing. 0-1. Did Matt Dice get hit again? Here's the pitch to Santana, the 0-1. Swinging a grounder. Souza makes the play first out of the inning. Coming up to the plate will be Kyle Manzardo with nobody on, 1 down. So here's the pitch to Manzardo. In there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Manzardo. Here's the pitch. It's a ball down low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder. Souza. It's pretty much the same exact play that Santana was retired on. 2 down, round out. Coming up to the plate will be Nolan Jones. Nobody on, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Jones. It's a grounder foul. Here's the 0-1 from Bryce Wilson and Nolan Jones. The change balls keep pitching Easter. Maybe they will. Here's the 0-1 to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a line drive base hit for Nolan Jones. He was due. There we go. So runner on first, 2 down. I did not watch it, no. I haven't watched an NBA game in like 2 weeks. A full game. Here's the pitch to John Kinsey Noel. Down low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Noel. Yeah, I saw he had 45. I mean, the Barnes game won last number. It's all right. I probably already saw it. You don't need to send it. I actually see all that stuff. Here's the 1-0 from Wilson and Noel. Oh, yeah. Here's the 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Big Christmas. Down low, 2-1. He's due for a home run here, guys. You got to know. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's going to be a stolen base for Nolan Jones. So 2-2, runner on second, 2 down. I'm feeling all right, Ty. How are you feeling? Guards winning. Here's the 2-2 from Bryce Wilson to Jhonkensy Noel. The fly ball, not deep, under it, Baldwin or Slater. That'll be the third out of the inning. And we'll head to the top of the eighth. We have 6 runs, but it feels like we have less than that because it feels like we squandered so many opportunities. Joey Cantillo coming in to pitch for the Guardians. You need Ramirez for 2 total bases? Yeah. I don't know if he's going to hit again. You would need 2 guys to get all base. Oh, yeah, it's fine by me. Sidewalk to another beautiful day. There we go, Ty. We're back from commercial break. Here's the first pitch from Cantillo to Taylor. In there for a strike. Good breaking ball, 0-1. Good frame job by Bo. Here's the 0-1 from Cantillo to Taylor. Did he go? No. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. In there for a strike. Got him looking. That'll be the first out of the inning. Coming up to the plate will be Jacob Amaya. I do know the sports sphere, yeah.
It's a perfect. You got a 5-run lead.
That pitch is down low, 1-0. So it'll be a 1-0 from Joey Cantillo to Jacob Amaya. Yeah. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike with a good breaking ball, 1-1.
He's thrown all 3 of them. The changeup, his fastball, now the curveball. He's thrown all for strikes. The 1-1.
That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 from Cantillo to Amaya.
They don't make you tell you the whole story, right? If you're pitching, if you're Joey Cantillo coming into this game, you see
Him going over 8.5 runs. It might. Got him looking. That'll be the second out of the inning. How about Joey Cantillo, folks? But I at this point, probably not. So in play, no out. That pitch is in there first. Oh my gosh, he called it a ball. 1-0. So it'll be a 1-0 from below to Maton. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1. Well, you can tell some super action. Yay, yay. What's going on, Amir? How's it going? Down low, 2-1. I was close with the giveaway yesterday. That was crazy. Whisper finally lost. It'll be a 2-1 from Maton to Cantillo. Nah, Ramirez, tough day at the plate. I think he's 0 for 4. He's stinking it up. He's had a bad series. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. But he'll probably get it back together versus the Royals this weekend. Yeah, Amir, I heard that. With only one entry. Here's the 3-1. That pitch is low, ball 4. Are you going to be able to contact Jordan DeJesus or whatever his name is who won? So runner on first, 2 down. The White Sox. It'll be Andrew Vaughn at the plate. Yeah, he choked on the 3-peat Whisper. So here's Vaughn at the plate. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike with a changeup, 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball. It's not deep. Under it is Jones. He'll make the play for the third out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Guardians are up 6-1. So he's like 100 subs, one of those lurkers. Yeah. Channel comment review. There you go. Jordan DeJesus. What a win for him.
Just doing anything. I don't really know what's happening, but I'm loving it. It hasn't even hit me yet. The buzzer rang. Honestly, it just.
So waiting for the bottom of the 8th to begin. For the Guardians, it's going to be Noel. It's going to be not Noel. Naylor Schneeman Rocchio. So.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand with MLB TV. Let's stream MLB Network 24/7 the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv.
So we're back from a commercial break.
The fog is really rolling in downtown Cleveland. Barely see any of the.
It'll be Mike Clevenger pitching again for the Chicago White Sox. There we go. We need to smoke on that pack. If you know what I mean. Here's the pitch from Clevenger to Naylor, down low, 1-0. He couldn't throw a strike at all on Tuesday's game. They walked it off on him. Naylor popped in the air. It's playable, but it's shallow. There's under it is the third baseman Vargas for the first out of the inning. As Naylor is once again unsurprisingly retired. Coming up to the plate will be Daniel Schneemann. They should let Angel Martinez here. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder, of course. That'll be the second out of the inning. As Clevenger makes the play at first from the toss from Vaughn. It'll be Brian Rocchio coming up to the plate for the Guardians. So, yeah. 2011, he was a fourth-round pick. Clevenger by the Angels. And 3 years later in 2014, he was traded to Cleveland.
His debut in 2016. Really took off the following year after a couple of injuries, gave him an opportunity.
Here's the pitch. It's a line drive to Rocchio, and it's a base hit. So a line drive base hit for Rocchio. He's got a couple hits today. Runner on first, 2 down. Here comes Stephen Kwan at the plate. He's 4 for 4 today. Yeah, I'm playing Jeff, and he is Kwan. So I already used almost all my ad drops too, because I've so many injuries. Pitch to Kwan is inside 1-0. Going to be a tapper to the catcher, and it's going to be the third out of the inning, so it won't be a 5-hit game for Kwan. Head to the top of the ninth. The Guardians have a 6-1 lead still. Appreciate the 14 people that have stuck around. Please hit that like button. Would appreciate it very much. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We're almost at 4,800 subscribers. We're still at 12 likes. Hopefully we can get that number up closer to 20. I won't be streaming this weekend, Jacob. No, I'm going to the Ohio State spring game this weekend, so there will be no baseball streams this weekend. I think I said that yesterday. I don't remember if I did. Maybe not, but yeah, no streams this weekend. But we'll be back next week for the series against the Orioles. So, yeah, we'll be back for that series. Yeah, I will.
Guardians on top. As you go to the inning, Joey Cantillo scored his 8th. Stay on. Here's the 9th. 5 hitters due up from Chicago. He's 3 outs away from their first sweep of the year.
Here's Joey Cantillo. Here's the pitch to Miguel Vargas. Down low, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 from Cantillo to Vargas. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering to Miguel Vargas. High for a ball, 2-1. Looked like a strike. Here's the 2-1 from Cantillo to Vargas. Guardians have retired 21 of the last 23 batters faced, and the 2 have been walks. 3-1. Pitch is high. Here's the 3-1 from Cantillo to Vargas. It's going to be a grounder foul, 3-2. It'll be a payoff from Cantillo to Vargas. Here's the payoff to Vargas. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. That'll be the first out of the inning, and that is Cantillo's 3rd strikeout already. Coming up to the plate will be the number 4 hitter, Matt Thaiss, the cleanup hitter. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Pitches in there for a strike, 0-2. Yeah, the Guardians were not, if I'm correct, I don't think the Guardians were under 500 at all last year, which is crazy. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Just a bit high, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Thaiss to Cantillo. That is crushed to right field. That's going to go to the wall. That's going to be a 1-out double for Matt Thaiss. Thaiss is a really nice swing. Here's the first pitch to Austin Slater, lefty killer. In there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Cantillo to Slater. Foul back, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Slater. Got him looking. Good breaking ball. That'll be his 4th strikeout. And 2 down. So the White Sox last hope will be Lenyn Souza. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball, 0-1. So many good breaking balls from Cantillo today. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Here's the 0-2 from Cantillo to Souza, down to their last strike, the Chicago White Sox. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a base hit. So runners on first and third, 2 down. So this game isn't over yet. Good piece of hitting by Souza on a pitch down. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball. Is it playable? Big Christmas under it makes the play. And the Guardians get the sweep of the Chicago White Sox. And they will head into a series with Kansas City tomorrow at 500, 6-6. We are back. Let's go. They get the much-needed sweep against the White Sox. They go 4-2 in the stretch against the Angels and the Sox, which is huge. White Sox have now dropped 8 in a row. And, yeah, really good performance by Joey Cantillo in those last 2 innings. There might be an agenda to push. I think I might have a new agenda to push. Like, Joey Cantillo agenda is here. Because why not? Come on. Yeah, no problem. You too, Matthew. Appreciate you sticking around. We got 13 likes. Appreciate it, guys. What's going on, Eric? Yes, sir. Good win for the Guards. So, yeah. Stephen Kwan had 4 hits today. That was huge for the Guardians. So. Next week, just appreciate it, Matthew. Yeah, I'll be live for the Orioles series, and I'll probably stream a couple games for the Pirates series. I won't be streaming on Easter, of course. Obviously, I'll be busy, but Friday and Saturday, those days, I probably will be live, and yeah, we'll see. But the Guardians are now 3-0 at home. There you go. You needed the sweep, and you got it. So, bring on the Royals. Yep. Let's get another series win against Kansas City. Why not? They had 54 wins at home last year, most in the American League, Guardians. Weather wasn't outstanding this series, but the Guardians were able to take care of business regardless of that. And yeah, good job by them as they trailed in the first. They trailed yesterday. They trailed today after the first inning. They were able to get some runs in the first innings. So yeah, good job by the Guardians. And yeah, that'll do it for me. I appreciate everyone that stuck around. Maybe we might do another stream tonight. We'll see. But yeah. Sports Expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Comment what you think. What games are on tonight? The latest game's at 7:15. Phillies Braves. Maybe we'll call it. We'll see. So. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys sticking around. And yeah, go Guardians. They get the sweep against the White Sox. White Sox are 2-9. I think. Are they 2-9? They might be 2-10 now. They're 2-10. Guardians are 6-6. Sports Expert here. I'm out, guys. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button. Helps us in the algorithm. Peace.